Hello. It's Christmas. Yeah, kind of. In like 20 something days. These aren't actually my glasses. I just like them. Sorry. Right. So today's video is going to be something very exciting. I mean, kind of, maybe. Got a little treat for you today. Can't believe I'm saying this. I am doing a Stresses of Having a Crush Part 2 video. Now, I made a video a few years ago when I was like 16, 15, called Stresses of Having a Crush. I was looking back at that video the other day and I realised some of it's true, but some of it's a lot of rubbish. And also, I've had 4 years more experience since then, and I'm like, how interesting would it be to now do that video from more of an adult's point of view? Kind of calling myself an adult. Psh, I'm only 20. So let's do it. I need to pee. I'm back. So, I can't believe I'm doing this. Let's start with putting my slippers on. Because we all know that people are more productive when they're wearing slippers. Absolute lie, but why not? Do you like my socks? They have Winnie the Pooh on them. Yes, love that. Okay, so Stresses of Having a Crush, Part 2. Let's just start with number 1. And number 1 I call, and this sounds a little bit creepy, but stalking and deleting. This is where you might Facebook stalk this person or Instagram stalk them and look at their page, look at their old photos, be like, oh, that's what it used to be like. Or you just want to find out their age or something. And then you realise, or you overthink and you realise that if you're on your phone next to them, it's going to come up when you're on Facebook that you've been looking on their page, and that looks a little bit weird. Not saying I do this. And then so you're like, delete searches, delete searches, delete searches. Yeah. Or when you're scrolling through, like, oh, I'm just going to look at this picture, like, not even anything huge, just sort of just looking through casually like you would any friend, and you accidentally like one of their videos, or their, not videos, like one of their pictures, and then, or posts from back in like 2 years ago. You're like, oh no, so you quickly unlike it, and then you're like, no, that looks even worse because they got a notification that you liked it, but now it's gone, so you know that person's stressed about it. It's a nightmare. It's really funny when you witness other people do this though, because you're like, no. Number 2, and I titled this one Ex Crushes. This is one of the most infuriating things. You finally decide on this person being your crush and that. Also, disclaimer, I hate the word crush. I'm only using this word because in my old video I used that word, and so every time I say the word crush in this video, just know that I'm hating myself slightly because it's such a 6-year-old thing to say. You decide on this person being your crush and that you're gonna, you know, commit to this, and then all your ex-crushes appear and they weren't interested before, but now suddenly they start messaging you like, hi, haven't talked in a long time, how's it going? And things like, oh, we should meet up soon. Like, okay, so you weren't interested back then, but now it's obvious I'm interested in this other person. You want to come back into my life again, okay? This is annoying. Go away. Why do people do this? Number 3. I like to title this one, Hello, Goodbye. This is when you don't want to seem too keen. You almost avoid this person. You don't make direct eye contact with them. You completely blank them. You act as if you're not even their friend. And you're just sort of like, yeah, I don't like you. I'm not looking at you. But at the same time, you want to seem an option. You want to be like, oh yeah, if you're interested, hi. But if you're not, goodbye. It's very annoying to think about. Also in this, it's when you always want to spend so much time with them, but you don't want to be the only one, because that could seem like you're just ridiculously interested in them, which you are, but you don't want them to know it. Forbid anyone knowing that someone might like you. The end of the world. I dropped the pen. Number 4. This one's titled, Just Do It! By this, I mean knowing when it's time to make a move. Just do it. Don't wait forever, because then you could definitely be stuck in the friend zone, but also you want to get to know them as a person. Doesn't mean you make a move, doesn't mean you kiss them or anything like that. Just let them know. Just let them know you are interested, because then people know where you stand. I'm saying that from a point of view of someone who never makes a single move ever, because who wants to make a move? But just do it. Also, as much as I say, just do it, go for it, you don't want to shit where you eat. Honestly. Number 5. And this one, I love this title. This one is titled, And Then Oh. This is when you're just chatting to someone or chatting to the person, and you're talking about something, really getting into it, and then they do something quite attractive and you lose your train of thought. This is really embarrassing. I'm not saying this does happen to me, but I'm not saying every time I lose my train of thought that I fancy someone. It's literally, I lose my train of thought 24/7. I have a horrible attention span, but it still happens when people do something attractive and you notice it for a second, and then you're like, what? Can't remember what I was saying. Oh, this is really embarrassing. And you start blushing, like, oh, fuck's sake. Number 6. This one is titled, Hee Hee Hee. This one is all about the eyes, the eyebrows, and the cheeky little smile. The eyes are so important. The eyes are so important. Everything you need to know is in those eyes. Everything. You can tell when someone's a twat through their eyes. And that sounds a little bit judgmental, but based on 20 years I've been alive, I've learned a lot from eyes. There's something in them. There's something in them that you're just sort of like, I can tell you're a good person, or you need to go away. In the eyebrows as well. Eyebrows are a very good tool. Eyebrows, like, you can use them to say a lot of things. You can be like, hi. You can use them to be a little bit like, come on. Everything you need to say is in the eyebrows and your eyes. And if you don't like using your eyes, use your eyebrows. And now I've just realised I look a little bit weird doing this. And the smile. There's nothing better than a good smile. When you have a crush on someone and they just got that smile and they smile, you're like, oh, that's a nice smile, isn't it? Number 7. Don't think too much. Right, so when I say this, it's so easy to overthink every little thing of how you look, how you're holding yourself. This person won't notice. They either like you or they don't. And if they like you, it's because they like you. And if they don't like you, then they don't like you no matter what you do. So there's no point dressing to impress. Like, I know people, you want to seem gorgeous and like the best looking person ever, so they'll suddenly change their mind and like you, but they won't. It's so much better to just be naturally as you are, be comfy, and if you have a great personality just naturally coming out, they'll be like, oh yeah, this person's great, I can get on with this person. And that's what I've learned in 20 years of being alive, that it's better just to be as you are, and it's so much less tiring. There are a lot of people, obviously, who go to the extent and like look amazing, and that's great. If you're doing it for you, wonderful. If you're not, then you are wasting a lot of time, my friend, and a lot of money on all that stuff. So you might as well just have fun. I'm not sure where this video is going. I think it's going to a little bit of a TED talk, not gonna lie. It's not really so much about crushes anymore. Number 8, and this is the final one. Know when it's time to move on. When it's time to move on, when you notice that that person really actually is not gonna necessarily change their mind. No one ever changes their mind about who they like. They either like you or they don't. Just move on. Just know that you are better on your own than, and being happy about that, than trying to be with a person, because you know what, why try and put your worth on whether this person likes you or not? That is such a waste of life. You might as well just go, have fun, sit in a coffee shop, have a nice coffee, go for a walk, look at the nice trees. People really aren't worth that faff and self-loathing because you think that you're not good enough. You are. And I've realised this video has turned very, 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 very cheesy. Why have I become such a soppy girl? Not even sure whether to post this anymore. I might. Kind of turned into an essay instead of a little fun YouTube video. All that I've got left to say is go for it. Or don't. Actually, think about, will this make things better or worse? If it might possibly make things better, go for it. If it's going to make things worse, nah, because friendship is way much more important than a fling or a relationship that will probably end up dying. And with that, thank you for watching this video. It's not as fun as my other videos. I've got more serious as I've gotten older. Why have I got more serious? I used to be fun. Like the video if you want. I mean, yeah, something to do, isn't it? Like a little game. Like, oh, fun. And a little like. Comments and weird stuff, if you like. They will be fun to read. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It would be amazing to get to 100. I haven't made a video in years, and you can probably tell. Okay, bye now.